What's up, you insane movie collectors, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and as you can kind of tell from my voice, still got a little bit of a cold, coughing like crazy, but other than that, I feel good. But it's time for another Quickie movie haul video, and we got a lot of great stuff like normal, some really cool first-time watches that I got recently, and yeah, let's just jump right in before I hack up a lung and die on the spot. But first up is a really awesome movie that I was really curious about. Saw Vinegar Syndrome put it out, and kind of jumped on it because I'm in a kind of weird Amazon creature feature kind of flick mood. And the movie is Kuruku, Beast of the Amazon. And this one's actually pretty interesting because it's not solely a creature feature flick. That's kind of really a small aspect of it. The rest of it is pretty much pure jungle adventure movie with a man and a woman trying to survive in the jungle. So I was kind of, I mean, I wasn't surprised because it was set in a jungle. But just the focus of it was a lot different than I was expecting. But a really awesome, fun film. It's got those old, what is this anyways, the 60s? The 50s? Oh my god, this is the late 50s, 1956. So it's got that style to it, that kind of stereotypical characters where the man's a macho, the lady's kind of a little bit defiant and got a strong will. But really interesting film, and probably one I'm going to be reviewing pretty soon with a video review, just because it's a really cool, beautiful looking film as well. Like, it's all shot on location in Brazil. I can't remember the name of the famous falls there, but there's a lot of beautiful shots like that. It's just an interesting, very odd, strange, weird film. And, like, believe it or not, like, the Beast is, like, the centerpiece of the film, but there's really not a lot to do with the Beast. There's a lot of different aspects of this movie that I wasn't expecting. But, yeah, the slipcover is really cool, some nice artwork, and, yeah, interesting movie. But definitely recommend it if you like those kind of jungle adventure films with a little bit of a monster story thrown in there. But, like I said in the beginning of the video, first time watched this one and really enjoyed it. First time it's going to be in the collection because I don't even know if this even had a release in any way, shape, or form. But great release by Vinegar Syndrome. But up next is another oddity of a film that I was dying to check out, and I finally just pulled the trigger on purchasing it because it's right up my alley. Some more creature feature films. This is one's pretty much like giant creatures. I mean, I guess you could just say it's a prehistoric dinosaur movie. And along the lines of Valley of Gwangi, it's kind of modern times meets dinosaurs. They just kind of show up out of nowhere. In this case, the movie is Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds. That's a hell of a title for a hell of a fun film. Brutal in parts. There's some monster attacks where I'm like, damn, this monster's just playing with this person. But really fun, cool, entertaining. The monster effects, I mean, they're what you would expect from a Japanese, I mean, this is a Japanese movie. I didn't even mention that. Japanese 80s movie. And, yeah, Discotech put this one out. I don't own a lot of Discotech stuff, but really did a great job with this film. Transfer is beautiful. Slipcover, same crap on the inside and outside. But the movie is insane. Pretty much a pterodactyl and a plesiosaur pretty much just show up out of nowhere around Mount Fuji area. I believe there was an earthquake that started it, but it's pretty much just picking people off, and there's a lot of different scenes of the monsters. Really cool stuff. The one thing that I really did notice about this movie is that it's very stylized and visually pleasing. Like, there's a lot of really creative shots. I don't know what year this is, but it definitely has like a late 60s, early 70s kind of tone and style to it. So it's really interesting. I didn't think it was going to have that kind of edge to it, but it's just fun. The soundtrack's fun. The whole movie is just really cool. And yeah, I mean, it pretty much centers around a guy who's like a diver, and and his family, and it's really random because it's just mostly monster attacks, and there's really no human story thread going throughout it, much like the Godzilla films where they kind of throw it in, but I kind of glaze over a lot of the human elements of these kind of movies. I'm there for the monsters, the monster attacks, and this one's just really cool. I'm probably going to watch it again and do a review for it, just so I have a better grasp of the picture, but I definitely want to do a review of this one in the future. Hopefully soon, because this is Friday. Probably going to be uploading it today, but it's my 3-day weekend, so I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. But let's move it on to another movie. This one, I could have sworn I own it already, but it was somebody was selling 3 different movies, and this was a part of it, but I don't think I do have it. But it's one that I've wanted to check out for a long, long time, because it's an 80s slasher film that I don't really know too much about, but apparently it was shot in 3D. It has 3D glasses with it. Vinegar Syndrome put this one out. It is Silent Madness in 3D, and looks really interesting. Damn it to hell, this cough. It looks really interesting. It definitely has that 80s style. It's saying it's 1984, so it's still kind of early in the 80s. But like I said, comes along with some 3D glasses right here, 2 pairs, if I want to watch it with a friend. But yeah, I don't really know too much about it, other than I've always seen this cover when they first released it, and I was always kind of curious because I've never really heard anything about it. I don't think I've even watched a trailer for this movie to even get an idea. But fun looking stuff, and I'm always up for 80s slashers, good, bad, or ugly. I'll take them all. They're all interesting in their own right, and I just love the genre in general, the subgenre, I guess you could say. But Silent Madness in 3D, and probably going to be checking this one out sometime in the near future. But next up is an 80s zombie virus kind of outbreak movie that it's kind of under the radar. Nobody really talks about this movie. I watched it a long, long time ago and then revisited it last month. And yeah, it's just a fun kind of quarantine kind of zombie flick where a laboratory kind of has an outbreak of a virus that turns people into kind of crazy zombie-like people. But the movie is Warning Sign, and it is fun 80s. What's the Quinn's lady? Patricia Quinn, I want to say her name is, or Kathleen Quinn plays a role in it. She's kind of just like a security guard, a security monitor, who kind of gets trapped in this situation, and her husband is a sheriff, and he's trying to get into the quarantine zone. Kind of pretty much a facility, a bacteria virus scientist kind of lab. And the one guy from Police Academy's in there. There's just a lot of interesting things in this movie. Yaphet Kotto is one of the kind of government agents that come and are trying to kind of cover the whole thing up. But good effects on the zombies, interesting premise, very good production, direction's very well played out. There's no kind of stale moments. It all flows nicely. But Warning Sign, fun film. Definitely recommend checking it out if you kind of like 80s movies with a little bit of zombie twist in it, some virus stuff, biohazard horror, if you will. But Warning Sign. And the other 2 were first time, or all the rest were first time. I've owned this one. I think I own this one on DVD somewhere. So, upgrading it to Blu-ray in the collection. Next one up is double pack that it's the only one I don't own of this whole collection. And when it comes to Godzilla, I'm pretty much sure I own everything now. But yeah, like it's hard to figure out what I don't have and do have. But I believe with the inclusion of this double feature, I do have all the movies. And this is the Toho collection with Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, which is one I've wanted to watch for a long, long time, and I've actually never seen it. And the other one is Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. So I've seen the second one, haven't seen the first battle between them. So it's nice to have this one in the collection. I believe I might have this one on DVD already. This one I've never owned ever, so this was kind of the last holdout. Because other than that one, Son of Godzilla was the other one that I didn't own, but I got that with the, I believe, Criterion release, that beautiful giant booklet that they came out with. But I always been trying to pick this one up, but it was always expensive because it's out of print and just rare in general, I guess. Someone was selling it for like $9, and I thought it was a joke, but I picked it up and it came in the mail, so here we are talking about it. But yeah, it's Godzilla is just a fun series of films in general, even from the early days where he was a serious character to more weird, like, fun stuff to children friendly things, and then kind of the reboot that happened in the mid 80s, all the way till what we got now with an Americanized version, and what they're doing with like Shinju Godzilla or whatever it's called. But yeah, love Godzilla. And like I said, I believe that this is an upgrade for this one because I own it prior. This one I've never had and I've never seen, which looks like one of the badass ones out there, so I should probably take some time and check it out. But there's just too many damn Godzilla movies. But yeah. Next up is an interesting thriller horror movie with a lot of surreal quality to it, and it's one I haven't watched in a very long time. I mean, I first saw this one back when Netflix first started with the disc they mail you that disc in the mail. This one's Robert Altman's Images, and it's pretty much just a surreal kind of exploration of a woman losing her mind. I don't know if her house is a cottage like in the middle of nowhere, or if she's staying there for a time, but she's just kind of she's with her husband, I believe, and she's just losing her mind. So she starts seeing things, just weird stuff happening, but it's not one of those kind of jump scare kind of horror movies. It's more it gets under your skin, kind of really weird and unusual, and you can tell something's off. It's pretty much just a depiction of someone losing their mind. Their mental health is not the best, and it's just kind of interesting to see like that. It's very artistic from what I remember, and very slow paced, and it takes its time to kind of let the story unfold. But yeah, I recommend it, but I have to watch it because, like I said, it's probably been 15 to maybe 20, almost 20 years since I've seen this one. So, Images. And I don't think I have this on DVD format, so that's new to the collection, I believe. I'm pretty much 100% positive. I need to write this stuff down. I'm losing my mind like the lady in Images. But next up is a fun, ridiculous, over-the-top, cheesy, not the best Italian zombie horror film, I can tell you that much. And I actually didn't really like it the first couple times I watched it. I mean, to this day, I kind of appreciate it now, but back in the day, I was just like, there's something off about this movie. The movie I'm talking about is Claudio Fragasso's Zombie 4 After Death. Now, I'm a huge fan of Zombie 3, the Bruno Mattei / Lucio Fulci kind of weird collaboration, because I guess they collaborated because he got the hell out of the movie, Lucio Fulci did. But I love that one because it's like a video game almost, how just weird and over the top it is, and just zombies falling out of buildings and stuff like that onto people. Just cheesy stuff, good music. This one, very strange story. It still has that same weird something's off quality with this one, but it's another kind of almost like a video game. It's just very strange, weird, gory effects. I mean, it's almost grotesque in parts. I think that's what turned me off at first. I'm like, I don't know, there's just something sick about this film. But it's not the best directed, not the best storyline. It's just interesting, and I love tropical settings with zombies, and this one has it, and I like it. I enjoy it, and I'm gonna watch it again. Damn it! Don't make me watch this again. But this is Severin release. It's one I've been putting off for a long time because I've owned it on DVD a long time ago when it came in a zombie pack with Zombie 3, 4, and I believe 5 Zombie Birds, which I hated to death, and I think I still own it. I don't think I gave it away, but I have to watch that one again because it's been years and it was horrible from what I remember. But Zombie 4, I learned to love it. I learned to like it. Let's say like. But upgrading it into the collection. And let's go on to this next one. It's funny, like for me coughing all the time, I'm talking a lot more than normal on this video because we're at 15 minutes. But up next is a fun action. Trying to think what like genre it's in. It's action, but it's almost like a post-apocalyptic, but it's not because it's in a time. All right, it's hard to explain, but the movie's awesome. It's very forgotten. Nobody really talks about it. The movie is No Escape. And when I say it's post-apocalyptic, it's because there's this, in the future, people take, or anyone that's like convicted for crimes and stuff like that are put in this island. And the island is pretty much a post-apocalyptic kind of setting where there's tribes, people are trying to survive. But it's badass. It's a badass movie with an amazing cast. Ray Liotta. I've never actually said his name out loud before. Passed away recently, so it's a good way to remember the dude. He plays the lead role, a guy who's kind of like falsely convicted, thrown in this prison island, and forced to survive. It just gets over the top. It's really cool. It's actually really epic in scale, surprisingly, for a movie that nobody really talks about. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I've been meaning to like check it out again because I kind of want to do a review on this one just because nobody really talks about it, and it's just cool. I like it a lot. But yeah, definitely check out a trailer for it if you're interested. But who put this one out? This one is Unearthed Classics. MVD is a part of this. I don't really own a lot of these Unearthed Classic ones, but hell yeah, No Escape, fabulous. That's all you need to know. And now let's end the video on a classic movie. I swear that I have talked about this one before. I don't know if it got thrown back into the pile of stuff that I haven't talked about somehow, but I know I own it on DVD because it's a classic. I've done a review on it years ago on the channel. It is just pretty awesome. It is Island of Lost Souls, the Criterion release of the Island of Dr. Moreau story. This is the first one that was kind of an adaptation of the story, and really awesome stuff. Old classic black and white. We got 1932 on this baby, but really cool. Just haunting. The effects work is very well done for the creatures. And just an interesting story in general. Like I said, I'm a sucker for tropical island kind of films, like horror movies or anything in general. And yeah, this one is right up my alley. And I like all the different versions of the like Island of Dr. Moreau story. Every single one I think is amazing. I love them to death. Even ones that are kind of panned by other people. Just the story in general is very interesting. But yep, owned it on DVD, and now I'm upgrading it to Blu-ray. And just a really awesome film in general, and Criterion does an amazing job on their transfers, so can't go wrong with that one. So pick it up if that sounds like your cup of tea. But that is everything for this video. Pretty decent haul. Not too shabby, but one last cough. But that's it for me. I'm going to go take some more cough drops and take it easy a little bit. But, yeah, hope you guys are having a good time with this and seeing some stuff you'd like to pick up in the future and enjoying the channel in general. I've got some video reviews on the docket ready to be put out. damn it. But I gotta end it. I gotta end it. I can't do it. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Take care and stay out of trouble. See ya.